Soul
Hi,
Tribe. Christina.
Vera here.
And Soul's Enlightenment.
Uh-huh.
And of course, all the past lives, all the angels, and all the philosophy, you can find it on soulsenlightenment.com that we're talking about.
Yes.
You can find it there, our website. Okay, so we are jumping into a few more questions that you guys sent in, and we're going to start off with Ruth. Ruth is asking, how do we find out where the exit points are in our life chart? How do we consciously choose to leave here? I'd like to take the soonest exit point possible. Why isn't this taught by anyone?
Okay. Well, I don't know why it's not taught by anyone, but it's being taught now.
Yeah.
And how do we find out our exit points? Well, we wrote a chart on the other side of when we were going to die, in different places where if we achieved everything that we thought we wanted to achieve in life, that we could take an early exit if we'd like to. But you have to follow your chart. If you don't complete everything, then guess what? You have to come back. So, yeah, we made a commitment to God, and it's pretty much like a contract that you can't break. So, to find out about exit points is you can do meditation and find out how many you have or have left or are on. Then you can do it in meditation in dream time. You can ask before you fall asleep.
You might see a number you'll remember when you wake up. You can also ask Vera. You have letter questions and different services too. But yeah, you know, it's interesting too because this kind of goes into the next question. But I just wanted to say that.
Well, she still wants to know when she could take her earliest exit point.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is whenever, like we said, you've done everything that you possibly have charted to do when you made that contract with God, and then you go. And however it is that you chose to die is the way you go. So as long as you've done everything that you committed to, then you can take an exit point.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I was just gonna say,
but not suicide. No, no, no.
Yeah, because
that is not an exit.
It's not an exit point. Exactly.
It's not charted either. So
right, because what happens with that is that we come back into life to fulfill our chart.
Yeah.
So
you make that
defeats
contract.
The purpose, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then you have to come back again and fulfill it, and sometimes you make it even more challenging. So you might as well just get it done now.
Exactly.
You know, and just fulfill your life until you charted to go.
Exactly. And I just wanted to say that when I was little, I had a number of exit points, and the interesting thing is that with my father, I didn't take those exit points yet because I didn't gain enough of my personal power that no matter what he was doing, it was still affecting me, even though I was a child. So it shows that, you know, we can get those main lessons in our life early, or sometimes it might take us a little bit longer. So I just thought that was an interesting example that I didn't take those earlier exits because I still needed to get that.
And it's interesting because in the retreat too, we had someone that was with their child, and they knew that there was a serious situation that was going to happen.
Oh yeah, that was.
So she prevented it by telling the child that we have to go somewhere else, and that was an exit point for her child. But automatically the child agreed, okay, I'm not going.
Right.
Because the mom's like, you're not going yet.
See, and that's what's so fascinating about this, is that even though consciously we might not be aware, subconsciously our soul mind is very aware that we are taking that instant to decide, I'm not done yet. And it's not always like, okay, I have so much more I want to learn or to fulfill, but sometimes it's, I have so much more I want to do. I want to do more. I want to give more. That kind of thing. So it's really a testament to not that we're not being strong enough, but that we are so strong that we do want to experience more and learn more.
And then she could do her fourth exit.
You mean Ruth?
Ruth, you, yes. But she's not going to take it. She's going to keep going. Because there's so much more that she is going to help other people with. So that's where she wants to keep going. Yeah.
Okay. See, that's really cool.
And people don't realize, and this is going to go into the next one, and maybe I'll wait for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was just going to say that, yeah, it kind of goes into the next question, actually. But, you know, there was a time when I really wanted to go, because I knew, or I believe, what I know about the other side, and I was excited to see Angus again, our master teacher on the other side, and all. And I was going through post-traumatic stress at the time. And so I was having a really challenging time during the day, every day, and I wanted so badly just to go home. And then finally there came a point, like Angus was saying, I don't want to hear anymore that you want to go anymore. And I started to find something that I really wanted to live for. It's like I wanted to take everything that I learned and give to people. As much as I wanted to go early, I started to see that I have so much more I want to do still.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was really cool, because it was like there was another life that I had charted after this time. But Angus said, because I decided to stay longer and take a later exit point in this life. And now I don't need to come back in for that last life. So it's a great example.
Yeah.
Like, it's so individual, but
it's very individual.
But I was really excited about that.
Yeah.
Because now it's like I don't want to go yet.
Yeah.
And before, as much as I did, now it's like I don't want to, because I have so much that I was able to help myself with, and also all the learning from Angus and from you that I want to give people. Everything that we learned from the other side that we want to give others. And it's like, okay, I'm not ready now. Now I'm not ready to go yet. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that, because it's just been really powerful for me.
Yeah.
It went from wanting to go more than anything to, okay, I have things to do, and I'm going to stay.
Exactly.
So we have another question that we want to get into from, I believe it's Nyla.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and read it. Kind of goes into this. Same topic, sort of. I guess my higher self is a glutton for pain and suffering. My past lives were total crap. I was never free or happy, and my current life is very tumultuous as well, but I'm still alive. My psychic said she's never met a soul with this much troubles, and she's read over thousands of people. I hate my higher self. And then she also asks, can you please advise on how to stop myself from reincarnating again? I've had enough and don't want to come back here again.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. We're the ones that decide to come back or not, unless it was a suicide and you have to come back. But
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not going to go against what other psychics say, because I don't know who they are. I don't know what they are about. But I don't see that she's had every past life was a horrible, punishing. In fact, she's had like, I had 43 past lives you've had. Half of them were happy lives, and then a quarter of them were super challenging, like what she's going through now, and then a quarter of them were semi, like half happy, half, challenging. But you've had so many, I don't want to say rest lives, because we don't have that many, but she's had more than most. And rest lives are where everything works out, there's no challenges, you're able to pay your bills, you're able to do everything, but you really don't learn much in terms of your soul growth. You do because you're in life. That is growth. But there is so much more that you have to offer people, which you're not seeing, because she's so into how horrible everything is. You're not seeing the other part of it. Like the kind of like the symbology I'm getting is there's this beautiful, I guess you could say stained window kind of thing, where things are, nice and there's hope. But then she's looking down, walking past it, not noticing that there's life out there.
It's a good analogy.
Kind of thing.
Right.
That's the symbology I got.
And what makes sense to me as well is that we wouldn't chart the same type of life that many times over. We wouldn't chart to have only suffering over and over and over and over and over. The whole, because we chart different
in
types
my opinion, no.
Yeah, in my opinion as well. we chart to have different types of experiences. Otherwise, I mean, we're not going to want to know just one thing. To evolve our soul, we're going to, it's redundant. We're going to want to learn different things. Go have different experiences, not just one.
She had a past life,
I believe anyway.
where it was like in Ireland, and there was plenty of food. There was, you didn't go without. There was the community that she was part of, helped each other, kind of thing. I mean, the only probably challenges they had is people got sick, people died, that kind of thing. But otherwise, it was a contentful life, So that's one at least, and you've had many more. So I don't know where they get that it's all bad.
It might be interesting to see if maybe Nyla resonates to the Irish type of culture. But two, maybe another thing that makes this life seem that much more challenging is because if she's had mostly kind of rest lives, then it's almost like comparing, because inside you know what it should feel like being in life, because you've had the experience of having very good lives before. Even though you might not consciously remember, your soul remembers it. And so it's like this comparison of like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But it's only because the more difficult challenges that you're charting, then the more you evolve, kind of like what Vera was saying, when we have a more restful, peaceful life, where our degree, it's like going to school for a degree. The more challenging the courses, then the higher our degree is going to be. So it seems really challenging when you're in it, but one of the things is to remember that strength that you have within you.
You can't come into life without having to at least be a spiritual warrior. I mean, that's part of it too.
And
she's very spiritual.
43 lives, that's what you said. That's a lot. So to come, I mean, the other side tells us coming into life here is the scariest thing that we'll ever do. So to come here 43 times, that's a lot of strength. So to remember that.
Exactly.
To help get you through. And was that was her whole question,
I believe so.
Yeah.
And you don't have to come back.
No.
I mean, this is your last life anyway on this planet. So once you fulfill everything that you charted to do, your contract with God, then you go to the other side, and then you do there what you learned or what you want to show people and how you learned certain situations. Because we go back and we talk to each other about different things that we did, and so it's really actually amazing. And she's forgetting how powerful she is, with all these different lifetimes too. Even the happy ones. You have to have the happy to understand the challenges and vice versa.
So that's really awesome. All that you've learned and experienced, when you get home to the other side, you can help other individuals who are coming into life to know how to handle what they're going through because of what you've been through and the strength of your soul. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, thank you for joining us in the park today.
Yes.
We love you.
I can't wait to get off this rock.
Yeah. It's
My
a
butt
hard
hurts.
rock. All right. We love you guys. Have a great week. Stay enlightened.